Hey dumplings, Dave Desai, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into this topic of RM and Hwasa from Mamamoo. There's a lot of stuff that people are talking about with the two and even potentially a 4-year relationship starting from 2017 and what happened there. I also want to get into the label talking about and addressing a possible world tour from BTS and what the updates are. So grab your dumpling and tea spilling mug merch and let's jump into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified and some new video drops. And if you're a hater, I'd like to first leave your hate comment. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also, and you'll be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The first thing that I wanted to get into today is talk about Hwasa and RM. These two are very highly shipped and it's no surprise there. Hwasa definitely seems like the type of girl that RM could possibly be into, from how stunning she looks to her amazing sense of humor. And both of them constantly preach this idea of loving yourself. They're both also awesome public speakers, and I think everyone thinks that if you're a celebrity, you automatically are great at public speaking, and that is not true. They may not have stage fright when speaking, but speaking has a lot to do with what you're saying and how you're saying it and the message, which RM and Hwasa are great at. There's been a lot of controversy online as to if these two are actually dating or if they're married or whatever. It's theorized that RM is married and has a baby, and this is from the cute baby clothes he buys to seeing him with rings. And it's like, who are these rings for? I didn't give it to him. It's not mine. Why is it not mine? And funny enough, the only women there has ever been even a small interaction with is Hwasa. There was even an article written by kpopstars.com that talked about these theories and what the theories within the fandom are. They claimed that a lot of people have speculated Hwasa and RM dating since 2017, when the boys were at an award show with Mamamoo. This was the Seoul Music Awards, and some fans who were there started to record BTS and Mamamoo, and people noticed that Hwasa would twirl her hair as RM was walking by. Silly things like that, and also moments where Hwasa went on stage to do her acceptance speech, and they even caught RM chuckling. And this is interesting to people because RM tends to not react at all when other girl groups do anything, and probably for this reason, as they don't want to be considered dating someone for laughing. But since this is one of the only times fans had seen any interaction with RM and another woman, they assumed that there must be something romantic happening. While these rumors were big, Big Hit or HYBE never came out and denied them, and I gotta be real, if I was rumored to be dating Hwasa, or if I was Hwasa rumored to be dating RM, I would not want these rumors to go away. I'd be so flattered that people are putting me up with these super attractive persons. I am not saying this is why HYBE or Big Hit didn't deny anything, I'm just saying I think they're cute. These pieces of quote-unquote evidence surfaced and people seem to be upset, sending hate to both RM and Hwasa. But Hwasa gets more of the hate due to the fact that she is a woman, which is so stupid. She gets slut-shamed constantly over this idea that she could be dating RM or dating anyone, and it's really gross. I hate this idea that something that may or may not be true may cause hate to one of the idols. RM gets a lot of hate, and some very similar hate, from claims of the N-word to being open and honest. It's really a lot. Given that BTS hasn't taken the stage in a live concert or really put out an album in the last year, the hate became more apparent as there wasn't too much to talk about and haters weren't distracted by new music. Instead decided to go for dating rumors and possibly even use that to attempt to stop BTS from doing shows and all that. RM had a speech and did his speech at the end of the Permission to Dance on Stage concert and talked about not taking the stage for years and even BTS not being quote-unquote interesting anymore, and felt like he may have been forced to leave BTS because people don't think of him as interesting and all that. But the fact that we're talking about RM and Hwasa, and if people watch this video, it shows that RM is still well liked and is being talked about. He spoke about his feelings towards feeling like he may not be able to be on stage and dance like how he was when he was 25 or 23, but he overcame that and has been working out. And I want to add that I hope BTS does keep dancing and keep doing what they do until they don't want to do it anymore. I think this conversation is something they've had on their own, but also something we as the fandom talk about a little bit too, and something I've spoken about. This idea that they dance really intense choreography, and as said so by themselves, they have some of the hardest choreography in K-pop. To expect them to dance like that when they're 50 is unrealistic, but also I don't know if they want to dance like that when they're 50. Fortunately, while we love their dancing and routines, I'd say the majority of the reason they're so popular is because we love their soul and we love their music, beat and lyrics. But I hope that RM and the rest of the boys do this until they don't want to, and if they still really want to do at 50, then more power to you and do it. Just be safe and don't hurt yourself. I don't want these words or any armies saying these words to get inside BTS's head and make them feel like maybe these words are right and that they should just give up. It's more so a concern than this idea that BTS should stop. I'm excited to see what happened going forward and what more is happening with BTS. BTS in the next year. With the military deferment, BTS acknowledged that they will be going on a world tour for 2022 probably. If you didn't know, BTS was supposed to enlist by the end of this year, and if not, it was expected that at least Jin needs to go and will go in mid-2022. And analysts predicted this. Now everyone was using analysts, saying this as the official company saying this and using it as an official statement. They're analysts, not official people working for BTS. Analysts of the stock market, meaning it's their job to predict trends and get on top of it so they can better prepare what investments to make in 2022 and what stocks to bet their money on. Since BTS controls a big part of the Korean economy and the label has stock, this is the reason these analysts were even looking into this at all. And if they worked for BTS and said this to warn people about the stock market, I believe that they would fall under insider trading, which is illegal. Either way, the analyst statement was not an official one, and we can definitely see that they're wrong because the military deferment has been pushed even more back. BTS did an interview with JoJo recently while they were in LA, and JoJo asked some quote-unquote sensitive topics, or at least what he called sensitive. He addressed this idea that if BTS is working on an album and if they're doing a tour, he said to look at the camera and blink twice if they're working on an album and blink 3 times if they're going on tour. BTS confirmed both of them. The label kind of confirmed this a little while ago anyway. When the release of Permission to Dance came out, there was a moment where they showed all the signs on the post and it read a bunch of the cities. These cities, to my knowledge, didn't have any COVID related issues that would have made sense to put in the video. It wasn't like these cities were the most impacted and BTS needed to honor them in Permission to Dance. So it seemed like quite random cities, but people predicted at the time these cities will be the cities BTS will go to. And I believe they will be. Just maybe a few more will be added. BTS has no doubt been working on an album. It also makes me believe the album took a long time because maybe the songs were in English and maybe they wanted to learn English first, and maybe that's why their English has gotten so good. Just conspiracy. I would be so glad to hear that BTS is going on tour. I mean, them even just doing their couple of days in LA sparked all this conversation and everyone was freaking out. I can only imagine how freaked out people are going to be when BTS finally goes on tour. I do want to remind ARMYs that if you do make your way to one of the tours or to the closest city for you, that you need to be careful. I know it sucks to wear a mask during a concert, but like, please do it. It's better to be safe than sorry, and try not to be bumping into people shoulder to shoulder. Honestly, I would rather be on the balcony with my seat and distance from people than to be in the pit and all jumbled together. COVID is obviously still rampant, and if BTS finds out that a COVID outbreak happened at their concert, they would be very upset. There's also been attacks and assaults at these concerts, which is something I talked about in the video before this one. So be careful and avoid people, especially people who are coming up to you to start problems. Call the police or a guard right away. And the likelihood is low for either the COVID thing and the assault. Like, everyone is vaccinated and all that, and security is usually pretty good. So just stay in the sight of the security guards and just be careful anyway. And then go live your dreams and go get a ticket. It's exciting because everyone has a chance to get them, and hopefully you can. What's even more exciting is their tour might be announced along with some new music, like a new music video and a new album. I cannot wait for those. And if BTS is near a city by me, you can bet I'm going to try to get down there and see my boys. I'm going to be gunning for those tickets. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving your comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so to keep it over there on my Patreon. You have videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you'd like to see over there. Currently, we do have over 400 videos that are already up on there that you have access to the moment you sign up. So if you're interested in being a part of that as well as getting access to that content, then make sure you go over there and check it out. Link is in the top of the description down below. There's also a video over there that kind of goes over how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. That video is on the front page, and you can check that out as well. With that said, there's 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those. I'll see you over there. Bye.